Tired of getting taken out the second you scope in? Ever wonder how some enemies move so fast you can barely keep them in your sights? They're not always pros, they just know the secret settings that give them the upper hand. But you're in luck, because in this video, I'm revealing the movement tricks that can make that happen, and also show you the trending movement techniques to make you invincible in the lobby. When it comes to dominating in Call of Duty Mobile, movement isn't just about getting from point A to point B. Most players do not understand this. It's about controlling the fight. You can be good at aiming and shooting, but your movement will give you a headache. Without wasting time, let's break down some essential movement basics and settings to sharpen your gameplay. First, dial in your sensitivity settings. A custom sensitivity layout lets you move smoother, aim quicker, and keep your crosshair exactly where you want it. If your aim feels stiff or too slippery, tweak your values until movement feels like second nature. Next, turn on the fixed joystick option. This makes your strafing more consistent, especially in intense gunfights. You'll notice less accidental crouching or weird turns, and more precise side-to-side movement to throw off enemy aim. Finally, for slide movements, switch to tap to slide. It's faster and way more reliable than holding the crouch button. Quick slides let you dodge bullets, break enemy aim, and instantly reposition for the kill. After changing the settings, you'll notice gameplay is now faster and smoother, but that's not enough.
Come on, man!
You'll need to master these basic movement tricks. The slide cancel. First of all, what is slide cancel? In Call of Duty Mobile, a slide cancel is a movement technique where you break out of a slide early, usually by jumping or aiming, so you can immediately sprint again. Here's the basic flow. Sprint, slide, jump, then instantly sprint again. The jump breaks out of your slide animation, letting you start another sprint without waiting for the normal slowdown. More on this. The main purpose is to reset your sprint speed and make yourself harder to hit by constantly changing your movement rhythm. That constant change in direction and speed throws off enemy aim, making you unpredictable in gunfights. Once you get the rhythm down, you can chain slide cancels together to close gaps, dodge fire, and reposition faster than most players can react. But it's not a movement mastery in action without the bunny hopping technique. Another movement trick you need in your arsenal is the bunny hop, perfect for throwing enemies off in close-range fights. Here's the sequence. Sprint, jump, then while you're in the air, tap crouch to lower your hitbox. As soon as you land, jump again to keep your momentum going. Done right, you'll chain jumps while staying unpredictable. Bunny hopping makes you a nightmare to hit in close combat. That constant up and down movement messes with enemy aim, giving you more time to land your shots. Just be sure to keep aiming smoothly while hopping. Movement is only deadly if your bullets still hit. But what about those unaware situations, when an enemy suddenly beams you from behind? Yeah, it's frustrating, I know, but you can deal with it if you follow these tips closely. First off, you're probably making one big mistake: moving around with heavy weapons. Think about it. You're in a search and destroy ranked match, sprinting with a sniper. That's basically asking to get caught. Depending on your loadout, switch to lighter weapons for better mobility. If you're not holding an angle, I recommend sprinting with a melee weapon so you can react faster to surprise attacks from any direction. And here's another tip. When you anticipate an enemy nearby, never run in a straight line. Instead, use the slide cancel technique in a wave motion. This not only resets your sprint speed, but also makes you a much harder target to hit. But movement alone isn't enough. Stack perks for maximum mobility. The lightweight perk gives you 10% extra sprint speed, while agility speeds you up after landing from jumps. Combine these with light weapons and you'll feel like you're gliding across the map. And take note, use tactical sprint when crossing open areas, but always pair it with cover to avoid getting melted. Learn map shortcuts and movement-friendly routes so you can stay fast without being an easy target. So, what's the best way to improve? Practice, and practice without pressure. Set up a custom match and drill your slide cancels and bunny hops. Focus purely on evading enemy shots, then slowly increase the difficulty. Over time, you'll notice a huge improvement in your movement and your survivability in real matches. But you might be wondering, is playing on mobile alone enough? Or should you take it a step further with gear like controllers or finger sleeves? Could that make your gameplay faster and smoother, just like the pros? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my next video where I break down controller support and give my full review for Call of Duty Mobile.